Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the brand new launch from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's their new Cosmos palette. I actually got mine from Sephora. I wasn't sure when it was going to be launched at Sephora because I know it was already on their website and it was already at Ulta, but there was no like real announcement for Sephora. So when I saw it at my local Sephora, I had to grab it. I was so excited to play with these shades. When I saw the reviews on their TikTok and on their social media sites, I was like, oh my God, this is just screaming my name. The metallics just seemed so different from what I'm used to seeing on an ABH palette. Do you know what I mean? This is one of the looks that I created and we will get into that. But first, I just want to give you a little bit of info on the palette itself. I will have timestamps down below so you guys can skip to the tutorial straight if you guys want to see that. Anyway, so let's get right into it. So this is the cardboard packaging that it comes in. I love the minty like blue shade. I love the packaging of this, but it's their standard cardboard, and this is the actual palette itself. Again, it's in the same theme and color scheme as their outer packaging, and I just love the shades. It just reminds me of spring and summer. It's nice and clean and fresh, you know what I mean? So let's open it up, and obviously the palette is used, and these are the shades. Just look at these shades. Like, they are just so beautiful. Like, my camera isn't even doing it justice. I'm gonna have some swatches for you guys here somewhere on the screen. You guys can see in the sunlight, this looks amazing. Just the way the colors change. It's very mermaidy, it's very shimmery. It's also giving a little bit of retro, like a little bit of 80s, and I love it. I'm here for that. The palette retails for 55 USD if I'm not mistaken, and 77 Canadian dollars. So it's up there, guys. The mattes in here are your standard Anastasia Beverly Hills mattes. They are pigmented. They are also dusty, but that's what helps it blend. But what excited me most when I saw this palette was the duochromes and the fact that it had metallic and duochromes and mattes. And it stuck more to the story of duochromes because it only has like about 4 mattes in here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, 5 mattes. Mercury and Sun is a metallic shade. Orion has a bit of gold glitter in it. Supercluster, Supernova, Quasar, I believe Quasar is how you say it. Like, these three are the main duochromes and they're basically my favorite ones. And also Galaxy is a very deep midnight blue with like green and blue glitter in it. These are so pigmented and buttery. You guys will see them in my looks, so let's just dive into that. I'm just prepping my eyelids with this NYX eyeshadow base. It's the Ultimate Shadow and Liner Primer. Really sticky. Going to pick up Space Dust and start off with something extremely simple. Just going to apply that as a transition shade. Actually, it's showing up pretty well on my skin tone. I didn't think that it would. Okay, next I want to take Comet and a bit of Mars. I kind of want to apply that just on my crease area. I just want to build some depth here. And I'm also taking it to the outer V, but I'm leaving the center portion blank. The next shade that I want to go in with is Sun. Now let's see how this applies with a dry brush. Such a beautiful shade. Oh my God. Ooh-wee, this has a little bit of pink sparkles through it. That looks stunning on my eyelids. Do you guys see this? Let's build this up. Wow, these shimmers are an absolute joy to work with. I'm going to be taking the shade Quasar, yeah, I think it's Quasar or Quasar. I don't know how to say it, but I'm going to be doing an inner corner highlight. Oh, wow. This has like a green shift to it. I'm going to mix Comet and Mars. And I'm just going to take this underneath here on my lash line. I'm going to focus this just on the upper lash line here. Slight bit of eyeliner action going on. I'm going in with a brown eyeliner to line. I'm gonna finish my base and I'll be right back. All right, so this is the finished look. I went ahead and I added some mascara. I love how this turned out. It's so appropriate to wear during the daytime, but with like a pop of color. I also didn't add any false lashes, again, because most of you out there probably like looks that require no falsies so that you can actually see the color on your eyelids, because sometimes they tend to, you know, close them off. Now let's move on to the next look. Time for look number 2. We're going in with Stardust. Again, I'm going to use this as a transition. I'm going in with Eclipse next. I'm going to apply this just onto the outer V. I'm using very little pressure, gentle, very feathery, light strokes. I'm going to apply the same shade to my lash line as well. I really want to try Quasar by itself on the lid, so I'm just going to pick this up. Okay, moment of truth. Oh, good God, yes. The shade has my heart already. This is so pretty. I'm just going to build it up a little bit more. With whatever is left on the brush, I'm just going to tap that to the outer corner. I don't want to take away the depth that I created with the Eclipse shade, but I just wanted to have a bit of these tiny sparkles. You know, and depending upon which way I am moving my head and where the light is hitting, it's going to look different. Sometimes it's gold, sometimes it's green, sometimes it's that Eclipse shade popping through. Just, it's so unique and so different. I don't own anything like this. It is stunning. So far, this is my favorite shade on me, but let's continue. I'm also popping this to the inner portion of my bottom lash line and connecting it with the Eclipse shade. I was very happy with the look, so I went ahead and I added some mascara. You could just leave it here and not do anything to your waterline, but I wanted to show you what this would look like if you wanted to make it smoky. This is from Palladio. This is their waterproof eyeliner in the shade Eggplant, and I just wanted to show you how this is going to look if you were to tightline. What a difference tightlining makes. So you can go from like literally day to night in like less than a minute. It's gonna look like as if you did a lot, but really you just added liner. All right guys, look number 3. I don't know if you guys can tell, but this eye of mine is already starting to burn and it's red and it's irritated. So this is definitely gonna be the last look, because if I don't stop now and take care of this, tomorrow it's going to be the size of a golf ball. Anyways, I want to play with this shade right here called Super Cluster, but I want this to be a wearable look. I'm gonna go in with the shade right here, Comet, and I'm picking this up again on my fluffy brush. This is going to go straight into my crease and slightly above my crease. There, that's nice and soft and hazy, exactly where I want it. And I'm gonna go straight in with this shade called Super Cluster. This is always my favorite part. Oh, yes. You know, there's just something about these duochrome shades that ABH has done with this palette. It's just so different than what I'm used to seeing from ABH, and it's so refreshing. I'm actually just going to go in with my fingers and tap. Certainly, the fingers have more intense payoff, but I'm not wanting this to be too intense because, again, I'm going for more of that daytime wearable sort of look. You know, I also want to try the shade Supernova, so I'm just going to go for it. And I'm going to apply this to the outer portion, kind of mesh that in with Super Cluster. A gradual pinky purple shift to the blue. You know, for some of you who are intimidated by some of these shades and think that it's going to be too intense, just wear it like this with like a light wash of color and like one transition shade all over the lids, some mascara, and you're good to go. I'm going to pick up Sun, and I'm going to apply that to the bottom lash line. I want to add a little bit of Super Cluster just to the center, right there. These eyeshadows are definitely giving me some fallout, so I suggest doing your base after the eyeshadow. I can't seem to get enough of Quasar, so I'm going to go in with Quasar and apply that to the innermost part of my eye. Now to give it a little bit of that pop, I went in with a blue eyeliner. This is the NYX Off Tropic Pro Liner in the shade Rainstorm. And what I did was I applied it to the waterline, and then I actually went in and I rubbed it off so it only stays on the lash line. That is the final look, guys. This is so multi-dimensional but wearable at the same time. It's something different than what I would actually typically wear, and I was pleasantly surprised by all of the shades in here. Now I didn't get to showcase all of the shades to you on my eyes. I still have yet to play with Galaxy and Mercury and create a look with that, and even Orion. So what I think I'm going to do is, instead of doing another full length tutorial, I'm just going to be creating different looks with this palette and putting them on my TikTok and Instagram. So if you guys want to check out the darker shades and other looks, then head over to my Instagram and TikTok, follow me there, and You guys can check out those looks there as well. But you know, I really feel that this palette has a lot more potential. And if you are someone who's looking for colorful looks, if you are looking for even something with a pop that you can wear, or even like one of those one and done eyeshadow looks, then I think this is a palette that you should pick up. I definitely think that this is a very refreshing color story from ABH, and I'm excited to see what they come up with next. But this is a hit in my book. And that is all, guys. Make sure to like and follow and leave me a comment as to which one was your favorite, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.